Mulligan to 4 for Zach. 7 cards for me. Zach is on the play. Cycling Street Wraith to start. Flooded Strand gets cracked here. Twitch chat liking the playmat. On Zach's side, Dark Ritual, Doomsday. So I was chatting with Zach as we were getting started here. If any deck can win on a multi 4, it's this kind of deck. It's, you know, the fast combo decks like Doomsday that can pull it off, or Oops All Spells or whatever. Doomsday is resolving. I don't run Force of Will in my deck, and I think part of the reason Zach is succeeding here with this Doomsday resolving is that he knows he's up against me, and I'm not running Force of Will. So, wait a moment here as Zach makes this pile. Mull to 4, Cycle Street Wraith, land, Dark Ritual, Doomsday. It's kind of all you need. But Zach's not going to have as much to stop me from doing anything about it. I think Zach now has only 1 card in hand. I believe so. All right, the pile is set. I'm going to take a look through. Usually what I do here is, in my first look, is just like count the Force of Wills and Dazes and stuff like that, and, you know, just see if anything else stands out in the deck as extremely different, and worry about the rest when we're done.
Flavor text is kind of on point.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what exactly said.
And you'll see the Force of Wills pull to the front. So I think, if I remember correctly, all 4 Force of Wills were in the pile. I think.
True. I'm just going to waste you.
Yeah.
All right, not a bad start for me. Wasteland on Underground Sea. I know Zach will need mana. Scalding Tarn. Eumidian Hatchery. I still don't think half of Legacy players have seen this card yet, but it's out there. Mox Diamond, discarding Bajuka Bog. Not going to need that.
1 card in your hand?
1 card.
1 card in Zach's hand.
Cast a Cub.
Scythe Cat Cub. That's going to hit pretty hard.
End of your turn, I'll rack the fetch.
19. Did you already? Sorry.
Yeah. I should be.
I should just put this away because I'm not keeping track properly. Okay.
If you wanna.
All right, so a fetch of a basic island, Brainstorm. I think there are 3 cards in the pile.
Good to go.
Yeah.
Draw.
Okay, now 1 card in the pile. That's his Oracle.
No cards in hand?
No cards in
Alright,
hand.
I got some endurance.
Got the endurance. Okay.
I'm going to pitch.
All right, Endurance might buy me some time here. The first Thassa's Oracle has been cast of this game. 2 cards left in Zach's... actually, there was 1 card left in the library. Now, how many went beneath it? 3? Anyway, a bunch of cards went into the bottom of the library, so now Thassa's Oracle will be a Devotion 2, resolving its ability. Zach left 1 card on the top, put the other on the bottom. Oh, looks like there are 5 cards in Zach's library. Okay. So play a land, attack with a 3/3 Cub. Zach accepts the damage. Knight of the Reliquary. Follow up. Now, I'm aware it's likely there's another Thassa's Oracle floating in that pile somewhere. And there it is.
4 cards left. Yeah.
Got it on a multi 4. Well played by Zach. Zach takes game 1. Endurance wasn't enough there. I needed removal as well.
All right. I'll take the play.
Yep.
Good luck.
So I'll be on the play here for game 2. The second copy of Thassa's Oracle got me there despite Endurance. Should I have cast Endurance at a different time now that I'm watching it again? Should I have cast it before? I don't think it makes a difference, actually. Never mind. All right, here's an Elvish Reclaimer. Start the game. That's not bad.
See Ponder?
Yep. All right, here's a Ponder for Zach. I know Zach. I've played against Zach quite a bit. I know Zach tends to have fair backup plans in his Doomsday decks of Barragoyves and stuff like that. So I left in some removal. Gotta respect it. Don't want to get rocked by a Barragoyf in game 2. But sided in a bunch of stuff that stops the combo for sure.
And pass to you.
All right, Lotus Petal gets played.
Cast a Mox Diamond.
Yeah. Just go Blast Zone.
Mox Diamond, discarding Blast Zone. Monka TG has arrived in the chat. Say hello to Monka, everybody. Wasteland on the Underground Sea. It's gone. Abrupt Decay on the Lotus Petal.
I'll crack it for blue.
Go do comic.
And I'll brainstorm.
Okay.
All right, a brainstorm happens here. But Zach with no permanence on the battlefield. Felt like a good plan to blow up that Lotus Petal. Zach needs 3 black mana to cast Doomsday, so if I can cut a mana from his board, I'm happy to do it. There's a basic swamp. There's Thoughtseize. My hand gets revealed. Endurance, Scythecat Cub. Endurance, as we saw in game 1, could potentially delay or stop the combo entirely. Zach chooses Scythecat Cub, which tells me he is more worried about his life total than Endurance right now. Currently 2 lands in my yard. All right, just going to pass the turn with Reclaimer available. End step, going to activate Reclaimer, sacking the Taiga. And now I just hit 3 lands in the yard. Just thinking through what land I'm going to choose here. I remember considering like going for a Wasteland or something like that, but ended up this time just going for a Surveil. Just kind of like cycling through my lands, thinning the deck a very tiny bit, filtering my draws a tiny bit, getting rid of Abrupt Decay. Unlikely to need a second one. First one kind of served a good purpose, but another one doesn't really feel necessary. I'm just going to pass the turn again, leaving up Reclaimer. I don't remember what I drew right now. I don't remember if I have a green card to pitch to Endurance. All right, double Cycles of Street Wraith.
Pass to you.
One step. Sack Mortuary to Reclaimer.
Okay, second Mortuary to Reclaimer. Now, I think this time I was thinking like, okay, I know Zach plays some backup plan stuff. It's not super important what land I choose here. And I think I'm just going to deal with his graveyard right now. It's not going to be super important, but maybe later on those Street Wraiths could be an important part of his pile. Maybe later on he'll want to cast a Murktide, or who knows. Just get that out of there. But not super important. Sayonara, thank you for the sub with Prime. 42 months. Been with us for a while. And Sayonara says Decay is a green card. That is true. Life in the Loam just hit the stack. Blast Zone, Wasteland, Taiga are the choices. Force of Will. Pitching Daze.
Attack you for 3.
Yep. Tonight.
Go.
All right, counter my Life in the Loam. Deck lists, any deck lists we gather get posted in our Discord server. Make sure you're in our Discord server.
I will cast Loam.
And make sure if you're watching this later, you like and subscribe on YouTube. So Blast Zone, Blast Zone. Sorry, Mazavith, Taiga, Wasteland, chosen by Life in a Loam here.
Play Taiga. Cast a Mox.
Mox Diamond.
How many lands have you in your graveyard?
2 now.
2 lands in my graveyard. Force pitching Flusterstorm on Mox Diamond.
Cast a Mox.
All right, I had a backup. My hand was kind of dead, but it kind of strangely worked out. Discarding Maze of Ith to the Mox Diamond. So now I have 2 mana available to potentially activate Reclaimer.
I'll pass to you.
Now, I thought about this for a moment there, as you could see. I thought about attacking, ended up holding back Reclaimer. And I'm going to activate Reclaimer, sacrificing Bojuka Bog. As we get deeper into this game, I'm feeling like I might have this one, but I gotta make sure. Zach has 4 cards in hand. I gotta make sure I have defenses for a Doomsday or a Baragway for something like that, or a way to attack for lethal. End a way to attack for lethal. So Urza's Saga ticks up to 2 after I found it on end step.
Wasteland.
So finding Urza's Saga, now going to start making some constructs that will be able to deal a significant amount of damage over the next 2 turns. Zach's going to surveil.
And on top.
Instead, I'll make a construct. And I will sack Taiga to Reclaimer, if that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, made a construct on end step, sacking Taiga to Reclaimer. Going to get Dryad Arbor. So I was working over the last couple of turns towards what we're seeing right now is this. Let's see, the construct is a 3/3. The Dryad Arbor is a 1/1. Dryad Arbor will be available to attack. Elvish Reclaimer's 3 power. Let's see how this goes.
Make a construct search.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Okay.
All right, Zach scoops it up. I took game 2, set up the win, had enough defenses. It worked out. Moving on to game 3. Play draw can matter quite a bit. Now Zach will be on the play. We saw Zach in game 1 win with that Mole to 4 Dark Ritual Doomsday hand. Zach might try to pull that off again. I gotta be very careful.
So, Lotus Petal. Yep. Ponder.
Lotus Petal Ponder, very interesting. No, everything we're watching from this stream forward is post-ban. This was last night, first day of first day of bans. No Nadus, no Entombs at this event.
You're not getting fed. At least they're not beating you.
Undercity Sewers. Surveil.
Undercity Sewers is surveilling.
Lotus Petal.
There's tons of different games now.
So Zach has that Undercity Sewers and a Lotus Petal. Potentially next turn, 3rd mana could cast Doomsday. Mox Diamond, Basic Forest, discarding Caracas, White of the Reliquary. All right, it resolves.
Delta. Crack the Delta.
Yep.
See if it resolves. Doomsday.
Doomsday resolves. Uh-oh.
Yep.
So I can just read white real quick. It's one for each creature.
White of the Reliquary can potentially hit pretty hard. No creatures in the graveyard for me yet, though. I'm going to need to fill that graveyard up if white is going to swing for lethal in a reasonable amount of time. Zach is at 9. Zach will have to consider the white when he cycles street rates or anything like that. Doomsday resolving this early in Game 3 is not the best news if you're cheering for the very fair 4-color Loam deck. I'm out here playing honest Magic, folks.
All the Bandai games, all the anime card games, they're all just.
Yeah, I'm one creature shy of grabbing a Wasteland as well. So it seems like in games 2 and 3, Zach has not chosen to shapeshift into a creature win con deck. Going right for the Doomsday here in game 3 early. At least it seems that way. Tricky, tricky. Zach is a trickster. All right. Made the pile in a reasonable amount of time, as everybody wants. So now we're going to look through, and once again, I usually just quickly look through the deck, counting the Force of Wills, counting the Dazes. You know, I don't really need to know how many copies of Polluted Delta are left in there or anything like that. I just need to know what's going to stop me from doing anything I'm doing. And usually I'll just do a count on the counter magic and worry about the rest later. So I have a pretty good idea that, and I'll see that, you know, the Thassa's Oracles are missing and the, you know, whatever. So the pile is made. Burning Catacombs is found. Attacking with the white. 2 damage gets through.
And Powerful Investor.
Passing it back. So Verdant Catacombs can look for a Dryad Arbor and give the white something to sacrifice, potentially. And if I remember correctly, there were no Force of Wills left in Zach's deck. I think so. So I'm in the clear as far as Force of Will. All right, there's Dryad Arbor. It's going to get sacked to the white. So now the white has +1/+1. Now, this is a key decision right here. Zach has 3 lands in play. I don't feel that wastelanding here is going to be very important for the outcome of this game. But me delivering a knockout punch is as soon as possible. So my plan here, I'm trying to retrace my steps a bit. My plan here was to find Urza's Saga and set up lethal on not this coming turn, but the following turn. And yeah.
Cards left in your library then?
4.
4 cards left in Zach's library. Zach's going to have to be careful with stuff like Street Wraith, as I mentioned before. Trying to remember what's in my hand right now. I know I have a Pyroblast because I just saw that flash on screen for a moment. And then I think I drew into my 2 copies of Swords to Plowshares, which is not ideal. But not the worst either. It could potentially stop a Thassa's Oracle with cards still left in the library. So a fetch here for Zach. One of the cards in the deck was a land. We knew that was probably likely. Here's a Brainstorm. Pyroblast on that. I don't want Zach drawing the 3 cards left in the library. That decision... All right, so cutting the deck, I guess. That decision I kind of snapped it off. I felt like countering Das's Oracle was not going to be the way to do it. Das's Oracle just hit the stack, though.
There's 2 cards now? 2 cards, yep.
Even that doesn't matter. Like, okay, you have like 30 permanents. How? When you block them out, and you still have like 30 permanents. And then you max 30.
Yeah, I messed up at some point. Good games. I messed up.
So you can see my hand now, that double swords, Keen-Eyed Curator in 6, and I think what I should have done was fetch a Savannah and had both Pyroblast and swords available. But then I wouldn't be able to swing for lethal on the following turn. Me and Zach stopped and talked about that for a moment here. I felt like, and you heard me say it over the audio from the camera, I just feel like I messed this up at some point, and Vision Charm, Das's Oracle with the cards left in the deck. GG's, well played.